Hello, everyone. I'm Rhino Clavin with your Diz Daily Fix for Monday, October 17th, 2016. Over the weekend, two buses crashed at Walt Disney World. The crash occurred Sunday morning around 8:28 a.m. at Buena Vista Drive and Victory Way near Disney's Hollywood Studios and the Caribbean Beach Resort. One person was taken to Celebration Health with minor injuries, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. The roads were cleared late Sunday morning, and that's it. Thankfully, there were no major injuries involved in this accident. Now, the Walt Disney Company, Universal Orlando, and SeaWorld have joined over 110 other property owners that have filed lawsuits against Orange County property appraiser Rick Singh's office over 2015 assessments that they feel were way too high. For 2015, Walt Disney World's property is valued at $8.2 billion, while Universal Orlando came in at $2.1 billion. A spokesperson for Disney called the 2015 assessments, quote, unreasonable and unjustified, end quote, but wouldn't comment further. Last year, Disney paid $118.3 million in property taxes, while Universal paid $37.9 million. Universal and Loews Hotels are also filing a separate dispute regarding the assessment of their resort hotels. Unlike his predecessors, who he says were willing to negotiate or settle, Rick Singh is willing to fight the disputes in court, adding that he intends to, quote, hold their feet to the fire. Interesting. We're going to have to see how this all plays out over the next few months, weeks. I don't know how it works. I don't understand these things, but lawsuits seem to be the theme of today's Daily Fix, though, as a judge has now allowed a SeaWorld shareholder lawsuit to proceed. Investors are claiming that SeaWorld executives gave them a false impression of how the documentary Blackfish would affect the park's attendance. Now, these investors have been given permission from a federal judge to continue their lawsuit against SeaWorld. SeaWorld attorneys stated that the shareholders did not show proper evidence to prove that the company had done anything to mislead the investors. According to ClickOrlando.com, U.S. District Judge Michael M. Anello wrote, quote, the court tentatively finds plaintiffs have sufficiently pleaded the element of falsity based upon allegations made by confidential witnesses, allegations regarding negative publicity targeting SeaWorld Entertainment, and attendance declines at SeaWorld Entertainment parks. Back in April, federal judge Mike M. Anello threw out the original lawsuit by the shareholders against SeaWorld, stating that they did not show enough evidence to prove that Blackfish affected the park attendance. Now, come on. No matter your feelings on Blackfish or SeaWorld, it seems fairly obvious that the effect that this film had on the park, and honestly, I'm surprised the case was originally even thrown out. Now, in international news, Disney's China rival, Chinese conglomerate Dalian Wanda, has hired former Walt Disney Company executive Andrew Kam to lead its theme park business. Kam was the managing director of Hong Kong Disneyland Resort until earlier this year. This is yet another move by Dalian Wanda that takes aim at the Walt Disney Company. Wanda says they plan on building 20 theme parks throughout China, and that's insane to me, but it'll be interesting to see how well this all pans out and how many of the parks are actually built and if people actually go. Over on the Diz today, Kelly Jenkins shares 6 tips for touring Disney while pregnant. One of the tips she mentions is to think like a kid again and do the attractions suitable for most preschoolers. Some good advice, so be sure to check out that article and many more on wdwinfo.com. Trending on dizboards.com today is a thread started by poster F. Barker entitled, How Long Does It Take to Get Ready for a Day at the Parks? Posters from all walks of life, like people with kids, without kids, multi-generational, makeup wearers, people who try to get to have a great hair all day like me, are sharing their evening and or morning routines for getting themselves and their families ready for a day at the parks. Great time-saving tips and packing ideas are also being shared as well, so be sure to check out that thread and weigh in with your own tips and advice in our Theme Parks, Attractions, and Strategies forum. Finally, we have the weather. Now, in Anaheim today, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it looks like scattered showers. People aren't going to know what to do with themselves. The high is going to be around 74 and low is around 58. Tomorrow returns to sunny weather with a high of 80 and a low of 59. Here in Orlando, it's mostly sunny today and tomorrow with highs at 85 and lows just around 70, so not too bad. For links to everything that was discussed in today's Daily Fix, please head over to the Daily Fix main page at wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you all have a great week. Bye, everyone.